Some animals kill fast. Others make you wait. We're starting with the ones that give you a chance, and ending with the ones that don't. Number 10. The Saltwater Crocodile of Northern Australia. In the tidal rivers of Queensland, crocodiles up to 20 feet long lie motionless for hours, eyes barely above the waterline. Their bite force is the strongest of any living animal, enough to snap bone like a twig. When they strike, it's a death roll: clamp, spin, drown. In 2003, fisherman Brian Barnes was pulled from his boat in front of witnesses who could do nothing but watch. You'd think staying near the shallows would help. It doesn't. Crocs hunt the shallows on purpose. Aftermath. Rangers still can't patrol every inch of that coastline. The water just looks too calm. Number 9. The box jellyfish of the Indo-Pacific. No teeth, no claws. Just 15 tentacles lined with millions of microscopic stinging cells, each one capable of injecting venom straight into your nervous system. Victims have been known to go into cardiac arrest before they even reach shore. In the Philippines, box jellyfish deaths are so common they barely make local news anymore. That's a quiet horror of this one. It's not rare, it's routine. The sting itself feels like being branded with a hot iron over and over, in seconds. There's no fighting back against something you can barely see. Number 8. The Cape buffalo of sub-Saharan Africa. Hunters call it the Widowmaker. Not because it's fast, because it's patient. Wounded buffalo have been known to circle back and ambush the very hunter who shot them, goring and trampling until there's nothing left to identify. In 1998, a professional guide in Zimbabwe was killed this way after tracking a buffalo he thought had fled. It hadn't fled. It waited. Funny thing about the animal kingdom, the ones that look like they just want grass are sometimes the ones plotting revenge. Number 7. The cone snail of the coral reefs. It looks like a seashell you'd pick up for your windowsill. It is, in fact, a loaded harpoon. The cone snail fires a venomous barb fast enough to pierce a wetsuit, injecting a neurotoxin so potent there's no antivenom. Divers call it the cigarette snail, because you supposedly have just enough time to smoke one before you die. Paralysis spreads from the sting outward, and if it reaches your lungs, that's it. You never even see it move. Number 6. The Asian giant hornet. Locals in rural Japan call them yak killer hornets. A single sting delivers enough venom to dissolve human tissue on contact, and a swarm can deliver hundreds of stings in under a minute. In 2013, an outbreak in Shaanxi province killed at least 42 people and injured over 1,600 in a matter of weeks. Survivors described the sound first, a deep, mechanical buzzing, like a chainsaw closing in, then the burning, then, for some, kidney failure within hours. Number 5. The hippopotamus of the African rivers. Everyone's afraid of the crocodile in the water. They should be more afraid of what's floating next to it. Hippos kill more humans in Africa than lions, leopards, and crocodiles combined, territorial, short-tempered, and capable of biting a canoe clean in half. In 2014, a boat capsized on the Okavango after a hippo attacked without warning. 3 of the 5 passengers never resurfaced. It's almost darkly funny. The cute one at the zoo is the one you should actually be running from. Number 4. The inland taipan of the Australian outback. One bite from this snake carries enough venom to kill over 100 grown men. It's the most toxic land snake on Earth, and it doesn't need a second strike. It delivers multiple bites in a single ambush, just to make sure. A herpetologist in the 1950s who was studying the species was bitten during a routine handling and lost consciousness within minutes. He survived only because antivenom research on this exact snake had just been completed months earlier. Bad luck, followed by extraordinarily good timing. Number 3. The mosquito, anywhere on Earth. No fangs, no venom glands, no roar. Just a proboscis thinner than a human hair, and it's responsible for more human deaths per year than every other animal on this list combined. Malaria alone kills over 600,000 people annually, most of them children under 5, in countries with the least access to treatment. There's no dramatic ambush here, just a whisper near your ear at night, and a fever that starts 3 days later. Number 2. The African lion, Tsavo, Kenya, 1898. For 9 months, 2 Manellis lions stalked the workers building the Kenya-Uganda Railway, dragging men from their tents in the dark and killing an estimated 28 to 135 people before they were finally shot. Workers built thorn barricades, lit fires, posted armed guards, None of it worked. The lions learned the patterns and adapted around them. It wasn't hunger alone driving them. Researchers later found evidence of dental disease that made hunting easy prey, like humans, more appealing than chasing down anything that could fight back. Number 1. The sea wasp jellyfish, and simply being forgotten. This one isn't about the sting. It's about what happens after, alone, in open water, miles from anyone who could help, as the paralysis creeps in and the shoreline gets smaller instead of closer. Several documented deaths involve solo swimmers or divers who were stunned far from any boat, with no one even aware anything had gone wrong until it was too late to matter. No teeth, no violence you'd recognize, just silence, and the tide doing the rest. That's the list. Not the ones that roar the loudest, the ones that don't need to.